What's going on, my beautiful friends and family? Welcome back to another video here on Team Acne. Today, we're gonna be reviewing a video from a good friend of mine who is part of the acne positivity movement. Her name is SONIA Anastasia. She's got an awesome channel. This specific video is called Exactly What I Eat in a Day on My Strict Anti-Acne Diet My Naturopath Gave Me. It's a long title, but I've been wanting to do a diet review when it comes to acne, talking about what other people are eating with their food and kind of giving my opinion on that. And it's especially interesting because this is the diet that her naturopath gave her. So let's break down what she's eating, talk about whether it is or isn't good for your acne, what things should be changed or shouldn't be changed. Let's just jump into it and see what it's all about.
Good morning. It is 9:15 a.m. and I'm so sad. I filmed this video last week and my memory card corrupted. So now I have to refilm it. It's all good. We're gonna retake it and it's gonna be even better. Gotta just think positive thoughts. Anyway, so welcome to my kitchen. Round 2 introduction attempt. Anyway, if you all don't know, I'm following my anti-acne diet basically that my naturopath assigned me. So down below, I'll link the video of the diet rules and the strict regulations, I guess. Is that the right word? I don't know. Anyway, so the first thing I'm gonna be having is lemon water. So I do this every single morning. I don't have to do this every morning, but I did read up a bit on medical medium and apparently lemon water every morning helps like detox heavy metals or something. It's like a heavy metal detox of sorts. I'm like, whatever, it doesn't hurt, I will do it. I'm gonna quickly make this, put in some stevia. Again, the only sweetener I can have is stevia and I'm pretty much no sugar. Very little.
All right, cool. So two things. Everybody's heard of this lemon water thing, right? Like tons of health-related channels will say, I'm having lemon water right in the morning, right before I eat anything solid because it helps digestion or it helps, remove heavy metals. There's no science that actually backs up the fact that it removes heavy metals or detoxifies the body. But that's not to say that it's not good for you, and it's also not to say that there isn't going to be science someday that supports that. But currently, the reason that lemon water and lemon juice is really good for you is because it's high in vitamin C. Vitamin C does a ton of really good things for you. It's good for heart health. It has anti-cancer, some benefits to it, and it does help reduce your kidney stones from building up, and quite a few other things. It's good for skin health and whatnot. But currently there's nothing that shows that it actually detoxifies the body, as like so many people say. But I like her perspective on it, where she's like, I don't know if it actually works or not, but I'm gonna do it. It's not gonna hurt her, so if it helps, then awesome. If not, then whatever. And then also she says she only uses stevia to sweeten things. That's awesome. I always suggest that. Get away from just putting like sugar into your coffee, tea, or lemon juice if you're gonna make lemonade. Use stevia. It does not increase your insulin and doesn't increase IGF-1 and mTOR, which then produces more oil. So it's good to get rid of sugar and just do stevia instead.
Limited fruit. Anyway, so what I'm going to be doing this morning, actually what I've been doing for the past like 2 hours, because I was up at like 7-ish. I actually am gonna flex a bit. So I don't know who flexes about reading books, but I'm gonna do it right now. Literally this week is the most I've ever read in my whole life, and that's so sad to say, but also so empowering because I can actually do it, and I can actually be I can actually learn how to be a book person and a morning person. 2 things I would have never thought I would do in a million years. But I read The Secret yesterday. I also finished The Game Changers yesterday. I finished The 4-Hour Work Week on Sunday, and I also started and finished this in like 1 day. And right now I'm reading The Hero all at the same time, with taking massive notes. Like, this is all notes from everything I've read. I don't understand people who read books and remember everything. I'm like, that's impressive, but I cannot do the read, because that's like a lot of words. You have to process them all. But anyway, I'm going to just spend maybe like a half hour reading. It's about 9:30, and then yeah, I will get breakfast.
Dude, Sonia's so funny, I swear. Totally agree with her. Reading books is hard. I usually do audiobooks. It's my favorite thing ever. I don't really like reading actual books. 4-Hour Work Week is a really good book that she had in there. I've read that book as well. But I just wanted to pause and say, like, dude, she's freaking hilarious.
I can't forget I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck.
I like to eat my smoothies with a spoon. I like to make it like thick. Anyway, before every single meal, I always take a digestive enzyme. These are the ones I used. If any of you are curious, I'll link down these below or any other alternative digestive enzyme because these retail for like almost $40 a bottle, which is like cray. So I'm trying to look for a more affordable digestible enzyme or digestive enzyme. But I just take one before every meal. Yeah, just helps your digestion. And again, I'll link down the whole video of the diet I'm following. Because you're only allowed half a cup of mixed berry or any berry, 2 servings a day, 2 times a day. So this is my first serving of it. This is basically my breakfast and then I'll have like the other half later. Forgot to talk about my pea protein. So I have a scoop of pea protein and there's no added fillers like thickeners, xanthan gum, nothing like that. There's no added sweeteners. Literally, the only ingredient is just pure pea protein. And this is the huge bag I get. It's an 11-pound bag for $80. So if you were to hypothetically go through like a pound a month, this literally could last you a whole year only for $80. I used to go through protein powders once a month for like $20. And like, I didn't think that was expensive. But then when I found about this is so much cheaper. It saves you so much money. They're called Canadian Protein. They have no idea who I am. I just created my own affiliate link, so if you were interested in buying, well, you can use code SONIA at checkout. $5 off your first purchase or 10% off. I don't even know. I don't even know the code anymore, but I'll link it down below because this literally will just save you so much money anyway. This was the cleanest protein powder I could find.
Okay, so for her first actual food, she's doing a smoothie. She's doing blueberries or just like mixed berries. This is something that I think a lot of people are afraid of is fruit, right? Because we hear that sugar is really bad for us. And that's true. Refined table sugars are really bad for us. Things that have added sugar is bad for us because it does raise our blood sugar, then insulin raises, IGF-1 raises, mTOR raises, facial and sebum oil produces, right? But when it comes to fruits, there are different types of sugar. It's called fructose. And fructose digests differently with our liver, and that causes a slower release of blood sugar into our blood, so that does not increase our blood sugar the same way that table sugar does. So fruits are totally fine. She's also got an addiction to stevia. If you could like watch, she squeezed it in a bunch of times. But also she's using an unflavored pea protein. So she's using an unflavored one because artificial sweeteners and flavors are something that do cause irritation and inflammation in a lot of people's guts. So like your intestines. And she is using specifically a plant-based protein because dairy just causes like most people acne. So you do want to get away from plant-based protein or dairy proteins and get onto a plant-based protein. The one that I use is by a company called Vivo Life. So they don't use any artificial sweeteners or colors or preservatives. They also keep it raw and they add their own digestive enzymes in there to help you digest it. Because a lot of times people will have a hard time with just digesting pure proteins. So it is good that she also included enzymes in there that just keeps you from bloating, and you don't want to have any inflammation in your gut because that can cause something called leaky gut syndrome, which then leads to acne. So everything so far I'm vibing with.
So you're not supposed to have any dairy on this diet. So this protein just made the most sense to me. Can we all just take a second to appreciate how big these carrots are? I'm so excited. I want to have this as a snack. So this will be my snack. Anyway, it's only 11 a.m. right now and I'm not that hungry to be honest. So this will just be like to tide me over till lunch. Make sure you wash all your fruits and vegetables real good. And basically, I can't get over how big this is, honestly. What's going on? Anyway, basically for the rest of the day, I'm just going to be music producing and finishing my song because I've been holding that off for a little bit because I've been literally reading all week. So I'm going to open up my project, which is right here. I'm going to try to continue while I snack on this massive carrot. Anyway, I'll be back for lunch.
That carrot is way too big. I don't even know where she would have gotten that. She got that from Texas. This is a big ass carrot.
So I just washed, so we got here a tomato, an eggplant, and 2 baby, they're pretty big cucumbers. I'm gonna cut those up because I'm gonna make a little stir fry type thing. And then these are unlimited amount of veggies. I also pre-cut some carrots. and froze them ahead of time. So I'll just use up the rest of these so then I can cut all my extra carrots that I'm going to freeze because it's just so much faster to let them cook. The only things I have to measure are the rice and the broccoli. For some reason, every serving you could only have 85 grams of broccoli. Don't ask, it's in the video below. And then also half a cup of rice per serving. So that's about 124 grams. But what is unlimited is the amount of lettuce. So I'm just gonna cut this because I feel like iceberg lettuce is the most crunchiest, yummiest thing to do in stir fries because everything wilts down. But this is the only lettuce that actually keeps its crunch. So that's why I use it for my stir fry. Oh my gosh. I also put walnuts on top and then some coconut oil. I put about 1 to 2 tablespoons. You gotta get your calories from somewhere. It just makes it so much more savory, I guess. And I always have backups on hand because those are gonna run out soon. Anyway, I'm going to just work away and I'll get to you with the finished product. We're gonna make it work.
You know, that's so many vegetables. Okay, one thing is, like, who has a salad spinner? That was impressive. I've never seen a salad spinner in actual real life other than like my grandma back in the day. But let's break down what she's eating here. She has a ton of veggies. She's about to do unlimited amount of like tomatoes and cucumbers and eggplant, but she has to do only 85 grams of broccoli. So that to me, I don't understand what reason it would be. I was trying to rack my brain while watching it, like, why wouldn't you be able to have infinite amount of broccoli? Can't figure it out. I think infinite amount of broccoli would be just fine on this diet. And then she's allowed to have infinite amount of lettuce too, I believe. So that makes sense to me. Lettuce is just basically crunchy water. You're just getting extra fiber in. There's not really much to it. The thing that is kind of interesting is that her naturopath has her eating coconut oil. So like coconut oil has something called medium chain fatty acids in it. So over the past couple of years, there's been like a lot of debate whether coconut fats are unhealthy or healthy for you. And they found that a lot of ways they're not as healthy for you as they could be. I'm surprised that she's not using something like olive oil that has a higher smoking point so that there's less like carcinogens being created when she's stir frying with it. That being said, I don't really think it matters that much, but I'm just thinking from like a naturopath's, perspective. I would expect them to be like really meticulous since they everything else is very meticulous. And then like lots of walnuts. So when it comes to this type of a diet, they do want you to have lower fats because fats do cause acne. But then again, you don't want to cut fats all the way out. So you do need to get healthy fats in. So you get your omega-3s and omega-9s and 6s. So usually you're getting that in from seeds and nuts and maybe sometimes avocados. So that is good that she's having walnuts. You absolutely should never cut fats all the way out. But when it comes to added oils, usually that's not something that people like naturopaths will include in the diet. Usually you'll be getting all your fats from nuts and seeds. So that's something where I'm kind of like, I have a little different opinion on, but hey, that's okay. Let's move on.
This is the final product. It's super heavy. I have to remember to take my digestive enzyme, of course. Gonna be chilling. Probably will be reading more. It is 1:11 right now and I'm starting to get hungry, so this is good. So basically all I eat are fruits and vegetables all day, and the only like processed thing is just like the coconut oil and rice and protein powder. I'm not a big fan of oils because they are processed foods and they're not that great for you. But again, since pretty much I'm limited to just like vegetables without having to eat so much heaps because they're very, very low calorie. So that's when I add walnuts. You saw me measure 30 grams of walnuts. You could only have 30 grams per meal to space them out. And typically with lunch and dinner, I'll have a tablespoon tablespoon of coconut oil with every meal. But since I am on this diet for a very short period of time, I don't think that coconut oil will kill me. There's far worse things you could be eating than coconut oil. Other than that, everything is clean, everything's healthy. So yeah, I will see you for supper. I thought I'd point out as I continue my work that I made tea and I sweetened it with this like hazelnut flavored stevia. I go through like different types of stevias to always find my favorite one. So I'll link all the stevias down below if you are interested, as well as some digestive.
I'm changing Sonia's username to the Stevia Queen. I've never even actually seen stevia that's flavored. This is a really interesting, eye-opening experience for me watching this video. Tea, great for you though. Tea provides a lot of different things in it, but there's like specifically an antioxidant in green tea called ECGC that's really, really good for you and has shown some slight benefits for people with acne. Still studies going on that, but yeah, when it comes to eating like tons of fruits and vegetables, a lot of people are gonna watch this video and just be like, that sounds terrible. And yeah, it kind of sucks, but you do get used to it and your body will thank you heavily for eating this many vegetables. But let's move on.
Enzymes, of course, but I thought I'd point that out because this tastes very delightful. 3:50 p.m. and I just made another smoothie because for breakfast that wasn't that much, so I just kind of have the other half of the breakfast I guess later on in the day, just because I can't have my full servings of fruit in one sitting. So yeah, that's what I'm having it now as a before dinner snack.
If you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday. Father.
There we go. That concludes my whole day of eating. Before I went for my walk, I go for a daily walk now, like an hour, half hour to an hour, depends. And then I snacked on another big carrot when I got back. And then this is my final meal. So with that being said, I will enjoy this. I'm going to watch a movie. It is 7:37 p.m. Try to not eat past 8 p.m. And then I'm gonna watch How to Be Single on DVD, because consisting of a full day of just reading, writing, and just producing, a lot of brain power. So at the end, usually.
All right, so first off, she's watching a DVD, classic, throwing it old school. The other thing is though, this diet is hella boring. It is super boring. She's literally had the same thing that she had for breakfast and lunch for lunch too and dinner. So she had a smoothie again, the exact same one, and then she had the same dinner, walnuts, coconut oil, and a bunch of vegetables. So I would say that the cleanliness of this diet, if you want to use that term, is great. I mean, it's very plain, it's very simple, but it's a bit boring, right? So yeah, it's good. It's gonna do the job of what her naturopath is trying to do, which is probably trying to balance her gut microbiome. So trying to like bring good prebiotic fibers. So that's what you get from the vegetables, is those fibers that will feed the good bacteria in her intestines. And it'll increase the amount of good bacteria there is and decrease the amount of bad bacteria, because she's having a very low sugar diet. Sugar is what bad bacteria feeds on. So you do want to improve your gut biosis. So you want to have more good bacteria and less bad bacteria, and then that will improve your acne through a lot of different mechanisms, but basically just by reducing your leaky gut syndrome. So this all makes sense. It makes sense. It looks great. I mean, I'm used to eating a lot of this types of food, but again, I do know that this food is a little bit hefty for some people who maybe aren't so used to like so many vegetables, but it looks like she's adjusted to it very well. And you can still get like your sweet tooth in by having things like, you know, stevia sweetened tea and like fully decaf coffee that's sweet and stuff. So yeah, anyways, I thought this was a very interesting video. I'm glad she put this up. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me to critique this diet. And yeah, you should definitely check out Sonia. She's got a great channel. I'll put her YouTube down below. You can check her out and subscribe. Tell her, you know, I sent her, say Team Acne sent me. And yeah, I think that brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, give it a big old thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Also, check it out because I have a fully free ebook that I wrote with my #1 best tip for improving your acne that has a lot to do with the video we actually just watched. So click that, I'll put that in the link below as well so you can get that. It's completely free. Literally, I spent a couple of days last weekend writing it up, so I want you guys to check it out. And that brings us to the end of this. I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, you are not alone, you are beautiful, and you're a part of Team Acne.